Hi everybody, I've got another deck and it's called the Cook's Tarot by Judith MACKAY STIRT. Okay, I'm going to open it up. I hope it's going to work better than yesterday. There we go. That's better. I pre-opened it a little bit on a corner. So it is basically with all kinds of native, based on native recipes. And the back, it looks like this. The Cook's Tarot. It's time to twirl in the kitchen with joyous abandon, taking in the tarot like the scent of warm cookies just from the oven, depicted with the wisdom and delight of a homespun conversation around the kitchen table. This deck presents 78 hand-painted images that revolve around a lively culinary theme. Bright colors and often whimsical humor provided. An instant connection and reading experience for everyone who has ever put two slices of bread together in a narrative style. The accompanying comprehensive guide provides a sophisticated understanding of tarot, archetypes and philosophy, compassionate meaning as based on the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith standard, yet projected their own original cuisine design. This deck and guide is a must-to-have for both the serious tarot practitioner as well as for those looking to find spirituality in their everyday lives. Bon appetit. Bon appetit, for those that don't speak French, means eat well. 78 card deck tarot and guide using culinary theme. Compassionate meanings based on the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith standard, including discussion of cards, spreads, meanings and symbols. That is what it looks like from the side, and on that side you can put it in the bookcase so it looks like a book with the symbol of the red feather. And we've got a little ribbon, gold, pulling it open, and this is what the inside looks like. About the author. Judith MACKAY STIRT was born and raised on the island of Jamaica. She developed a love of bright colors and spicy foods, as well as a deep appreciation and respect for all many household cooks who worked as the unyielding heroes of her childhood. They were hired to cook not only meals for the immediate family but to cater to large crowds of people, as these gatherings were the chief form of entertainment in those days. Good cooks were so much more than people with culinary skills. They embodied the archetypes of the emperor, the mother, the teacher, the judge, the confessor, the high priestess. Judith may have left Jamaica, but it has never left her, as she seems to gravitate towards small islands. She currently lives on Cabrolia, a small island off the coast of Vancouver Island, a large island in the British Columbia, Canada. She lives with her husband David, who is also a good cook. Close by is her sister Nancy, to whom this book is dedicated, and also within 5 minutes drive is her mother Norma, the original good cook. They are planning a takeover, but don't tell anybody. Wow, that sounds exciting. Well, the book is very, very big. We'll get into that in a minute, and it's magnetized again. But the tarot magnet was really sturdy, and these are the cards. That's the book, the base of it. You can take it out if you like, and we'll just carry on. First of all, that's the backs. They're all the same. Now it looks like black, but it's more like anthracite, the outside of the book, and I think it's going to be black and white. Dedicated to Nancy Boyce, my sister, my best friend and original business partner. This book would not exist without your emotional support and technical expertise. I cannot thank you enough. Also the publishers and when it was published. This was published, let's have a look, printed in China. You've also got Shiva's telephone number to connect, email. No, it doesn't say when it was published. Acknowledgements. Then we have the contents. I'm going to fold back the book a little bit, otherwise you can't see. You've got acknowledgements, contents, preface, introduction, tarot spreads on page 10. Then we've got the major arcana, the minor arcana. So there we go. And there was something else as well. The minor arcana, and it's followed on to the next page. Then we've got the conclusion and the bibliography. Okay. It was the preface. It was a concept of hats that brought the Cook's Tarot into being. I was taking my dog for a walk on a particularly cold and windy day, when one thing led to another. I wish I had a hat. Slowly and curiously turned into I had way too many hats, metaphorically speaking. Of course, he wears many hats is a phrase that refers to a person who does many different kinds of jobs. That is how I felt each time that I did, or what was interested in pursuing seemed to require the wearing of a different hat. There was no common thread to provide the link between all my responsibilities, passions and interests. I worked as a nurse in an emergency department. I loved to cook. I had studied art and still continued to paint, and I was revisiting the tarot, which I had put aside because of its seemingly scary accuracy when I was a young adult, and looking for anything that would help with love-torn dilemmas. I decided therefore I needed one big hat, a floppy and all-encompassing piece of symbolic headgear. The Cook's Tarot was born. It seemed a perfect way to paint, study the cards and develop a theme about cooking and food. That was 7 years ago, and the gods tend to laugh at our plans. I had no idea that when you create a tarot deck, you actually live through and learn every one of the cards as they became individual life lessons. The deck has evolved. It is not a culinary guide or about recipes and wine pairing. It does, however, celebrate the cooks, those who gather, create and serve food in physical and spiritual nourishment for others. I believe that the kitchen is the heart of the home. The kitchen table is the meeting place where we are invited to gather together. In this age of religious questioning, it has become the spiritual version of church, where we laugh, cry together, and we solve the problems of the world around us. It is a safe place to begin this journey towards enlightenment, that moment when you get it and you know your place at the table. Very nicely said. Then you've got the introduction. The origin of the tarot is uncertain. And well, if you are a tarot reader, you have read this type of history before. Then we've got the tarot spreads, we've got the 3-card spread, the 5-card spread, the card of the day, and then we have the 10-card spread, also known to most of us as the Celtic Cross, and the Cook's Maître da Spread, the Cook's Tarot card of the day, I think, or the reading of the day. Maître is short for Maître d'Hôtel, which means master of the hotel. It is based on a human form with the main body consisting of the head, heart and guts of the situation. The legs represent directions, the arms represent momentum, and of course the hat represents wisdom. Okay, lay the cards out in the following order, and that is the head, chest, stomach, and that's 3. Foundation, core, issues, so she might be working with the chakras as well. Okay, then we've got 4, past direction or influences, and then we have, this is 1, this goes 1, 2, 1, but there's also 1 here. I don't understand. Okay, I'm going to stop it because it's very, very small lettering there. Sorry. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so that I'm going to try that one out. Okay, then we have the Major Arcana. The pictures are in black and white. You've got the, let's see, that's this card. That's the first card, it's the Fool. And then it's, then, are they numbered? No, they're not numbered, but we'll have to have a look. No, they're not numbered. The Big Arcana is not numbered, but they are numbered in the book. Dancing with joyous abandon, a young woman twirls around in the kitchen. She is wearing dancing slippers and a skirt that balloons out in a series of widening circles. She grabs a wooden spoon in one hand and a bag of sugar in the other, as she impulsively decides to do some baking. As she hoists the bag into the air, its contents spills out. Most of the sugar magically finds its way to nearby baskets and jars, while the rest of it lands on the floor. A little dog is standing close to her, as if getting ready to taste the unexpected treat. Our young fool, for this is who she is unaware of chaos. She remains happily oblivious to the possibility of failure. She has all the confidence of youth, and has not yet learned about the consequences of rash behavior. That's a very nice way of explaining it. Then we get the key elements. Dancing clothes. The flamboyant skirt is made to look like a series of circles representing the number 0, physically seen as naught. In numerology terms, 0 is seen as the beginning of a cycle that leads to great transformation. The circle is symbolic of the void that contains both nothingness and boundless potential. The circle of life has no beginning or end, but individually we embark on many journeys in a lifetime. The widening bands of the skirt is a symphonous with the widening of our consciousness as we complete each cycle and begin another. And the ballet slippers, just for fun. Spilled sugar. The alchemy used for raw and unfined sugar has been to dispel evil influences. It is considered to have water, therefore feminine energy. The use of sugar in this card is to associate with the character of food, with the sweetness and substance that is very delicious, but should be used with caution. It is naive to expect that one can eat a lot of sugar without certain consequences. The act of spilling anything suggests certain carelessness, and in this card it is due to over-exuberance rather than laziness. The dog, a long time symbol of faith and protection in this card. It is attributed to my sister's beagle, the true neurotic soul who lived through many cycles of change, both literally and figuratively. The little dog in The Fool's Companion, sometimes a voice of reason, and other times just along for the ride. And that is how she explains her painting. And then the card meaning, then it goes into the card meaning, like it's a beginning and blah 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 blah, more or less what she's written here in her story. And then the kitchen wisdom. There is joy in cooking when you do not fear the failure. Very wise words. And then we go on to the magician, and the same thing. You also get keywords. The figure 8 turned in on its side represents the symbol of affinity, but it is the figure of infinity. It is deception of cycles that are in continuous motion. Okay, well, I'm going to read this book because I like the way she's thinking. And the kitchen wisdom is here. True alchemy involves a sense of rightness and timing. Trust your instincts. Test the temperature of the air as well as the oven. I like the way she's connected with that. And then we go to the back of the book. The whole book is like that. Now let's see whether they've got a separating page from the minor arcana. We've got the world here. Doesn't look like it. Yes, sometimes in the red feather books you've got a color page separating the big arcana from minor arcana. Here they've just got a page saying in what order the suits are. And again you've got the keywords, the story, the keywords, oak leaf, that is what this is, and the castle. So there's the castle. Okay, well, every card has got a story to it, and then the card meaning and the kitchen wisdom as well for each minor arcana card. Okay, Knight of Wands. Let's see how the back goes. They've done the pentacles as last. Usually it is the swords. Right. And then we get the conclusion. This deck was created out of a desire to understand the tarot. I can honestly say that I will never stop discovering new elements of this timeless craft. I would personally like to see tarot become an acknowledged part of the healthcare system. I do agree with that too. self-awareness and an understanding of our desires and motivations go a long way towards promoting good mental health and physical, I would say. Thank you for coming onto this journey with me, and may all your kitchens be blessed. And these are the books that she's used as reference, and these are decks and these are books. So there are also other decks. The Golden Tarot, Housewife's Tarot, Pearls of Wisdom Tarot, Feng Shui Tarot, World Spirit Tarot, Hanson Roberts Tarot. I've got that one as well. That's a lovely one. And then we have MACKAY Tarot. Never heard of it. And the websites. Okay, nice one. There's also with the name. Okay, the Royal Road. Okay. Okay, beautiful. And that is the book. So let's have a look at the cards. Okay, I'll start off with the it's easy to take off. So they're not gilded on the edges. They are larger than normal. They're more of an oracle size card. Okay, let's have a look. Get an oracle card, then you can see. Well, I get nosy as well. They're slightly bigger than an oracle card. Okay, now that's the Fool. Very, very vibrant colors. Very vibrant colors. Now I'm going to bring them in again so that you can see them. And I have just got an idea. I'm going to do cooking and tarot and do a series on that. If you like that, then let me know. That's the Fool. It's not bad, it's not bad. There you go. You've got the dog here, you can't see everything. Then you have the Magician. I suppose this is the cup, the knife, the plate is the pentacle, and the rolling pin is the wands. And this must be the infinity symbol, because it carries off the card as well. Then we've got the High Priestess. Open, it's like a cafe or a store. This is the book. A little cat. A see-through curtain. I suppose that will represent the pillars. Just let your imagination go. And a lady relaxing with the pomegranate, the Empress, and the corn, and a swollen tummy. They are stuck to each other. The Emperor behind the barbecue. Actually, they look better in real life, and then I saw them on YouTube or Facebook. No, YouTube. I first saw it on Red Feather on Facebook, and then I went into YouTube and I looked. But people usually go choo, 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 and you don't see clearly what they look like. They don't take the time, and I do. I like taking time. Now, this is the High Priest, the Hierophant. That's the teacher, advisor. These are the two pupils, the keys of conscious, subconscious, and conscious. Really nice. But I can't see anything with the church, to do with the church. The Lovers, nice angel, Gabriel. The Chariots, the shopping cart, really thought through. They are 1,000 times nicer in real life. Now this is strength, so that's the lion, I suppose, to represent it. They've got the cat in there as well, and she looks like an African lady cooking. Hermit, the light, alone on the ship, I think. And then we've got the Wheel of Fortune. The lamp is the light, the wheel. And also on the tablecloth, Justice, the scales. The Hanged Man, somebody hanging in an apple tree. And then we've got Death, a chicken bone, a lucky chicken bone. And it looks like somebody's plucking a chicken. That's what they do in the Mexico and in the warm countries. They still do things by hand. Temperance, putting water to the wine. Clever. The spiritual or religious things are, you can see the religious things coming in here as well. Then we've got the Devil. Wine, being addicted to wine or food. Being tied down to the cupboard in the kitchen. The slave of the kitchen. The Tower. The dog is eating. And the washing up is stacking up like a tower of washing up. Then we've got the Star. Relaxing after a hard day's work. A cupcake with a star cracker. Then we've got the Moon outside the window. The cat is black and the dog is white. And look at that, that is the shadow of the cat and the cactuses. Cancer. Okay. The sun, sunflowers. Judgment. Yes, cake competition and the judge. Right, nice one. The world. The world. Pearls. Cheers. On top of the world, travelling. I don't see, well, the oyster is the food, that's it. There's always something about food in these cards. Ace of Wands. And the castle. Right. Two of Wands. The candles. Now, let's see what the wand is here. The wand. What's the wand here? That must be the wand, the stem of the salad. The candles are the ones here. Then we've got marshmallows. Is the one on sticks. Is the Three of Wands. Then we've got the French bread, the Four of Wands. The Five of Wands is, yes, I don't know how you call those, but there's sweets in it. And celebrations, competition on a party. You have to hit that and to break it once you're blindfolded. And the one that breaks it is the winner. The Six of Wands. He's got 6 spoons, wooden spoons. Then we have the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7, 7, 7. Okay. Eight of Wands. Matches. Lighting a candle. No. 9 of Wands. The cats. Wands. 10 of Wands. Carrots. Page of Wands. Somebody stirring the cauldron. Outside. Stew. Knight of Wands. Having a jolly old time and drinking. The Queen of Wands. She's in the kitchen herself. Again, the pearls, oysters, and you've got cookies up there. Somebody bringing in fingers or something. Chocolate fingers that have been made. King of Wands. It is so nice to have them in my hands because they're so wonderful. And the big ones as a tree sprouting new beginnings. It's much clearer because there's a lot going on in these cards, but they're voluptuous and the colours just jump off. Now we're going to the cups. The Ace of Cups. A teacup or the chalice, whatever you would like to choose. Then we've got the Two of Cups. I love the way they've joined the hands together in their dressing gowns. Then we have the Three of Cups. Nice one. Okay. And just take the plastic off this. And we've got the Four of Cups. Okay. There are jugs and a glass. The Five of Cups. 3. Where's the other 2? In the windowsill. Okay, 6 of Cups. Tea party. Children playing with and pretending they're having a tea party. 7 of Cups. Very well done. I also like that she's got different nationalities. This is a Jewish shawl for and cap to pray. So that is really interesting. Hull. Yep, we've got lots to think about for this cooking series. I am in the mood. 8 of Cups. 9 of Cups. Punch bowl. 10 of Cups. The whole family. Page of Cups. The fish bowl and a cupcake. The Knight of Cups. The horse and knight is a picture in the back. The Queen of Cups. She's dreaming about going to the seaside. Shells. King of Cups. Oh, a boat in a bottle, and he's and an aquarium at the back. Really nice. The Ace of Swords. The Two of Swords. Nice one. Light and dark. Light and dark. Not being able to see in front of her. You can't do without one or the other. I like that. The Three of Swords. And she's got cocktail sticks there. She's got the sunglasses. Don't hide your sorrow. It's beginning to work again. It's about Cupid, most probably. You don't be mad. Okay, really, don't shoot yourself. Okay, like it. the Four of Swords, Screwers for the barbecue. Then we've got the Five of Swords, the Six of Swords, the Seven of Swords, the Eight of Swords. Look, here she was baking them, and here she's serving them. Feeling tied up in the kitchen. I like it. The key, you hold the key. The door is open if you want it. The Nine of Swords, 9 barbecue screws, screw, I don't know, pins. The chicken, roasted chicken with cocktail sticks. That's the 10. The Page of Swords is this one. I like the way she's cooperated the old and the new, the computer, cookbook and the computer. Really nice. Or he. Then we've got the Knight of Swords. Again, the horses on his chest. The Queen of Swords. Yes, glasses. Really, really modern. Time. It's funny, she's in red. I thought there might have been in silver or blue. There's still blue behind her though. King of Swords. Ace of Pentacles. A tray. The Two of Pentacles. The circles of the buckets, the Three of Pentacles, the pizzas, the Four of Pentacles. You've got 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's on the jar and the doors. Five of Pentacles, the tiles on the floor. It's also done in a church window frame. Really ingenious. Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles. Let's have a look. Six of Pentacles. I'll have to have a look at that one a little bit more closer. Okay. Seven of Pentacles. I think it's the fruit. So let's have a look at the six again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's the 6 apples. And it's like the 7 apples here. And we've got the 8 of Pentacles, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pies. Okay. The 9 of Pentacles, that's the baking tray. Really genius. 10 of Pentacles, finished cookies or pies. The Page of Pentacles, again the circle of the jar, and the piggy bank. The Knight of Pentacles, the pizza boy. The car represents the horse, of course, and the horse is in the back just to make sure. A black horse. Then we've got the Queen of Pentacles. She's at the table. She's wearing pentacle as well, and the crown, and the pie. So all the symbols of the pentacles come back into the Queen's card. again, that's Daddy, the king, the head of the household. Here you can see his crown, he's given it to the servant, pentacle on his chest, green pyjama or house suit. Again, the pie is coming back in. Wow, really, really great. Now I'm going to see what they shake like, because they are bigger than an oracle card. They are too big. Well, I've got big hands because I used to play piano, but they are too big, so I think you have to do it this way. That would be fine. They have to be so big because there's so much on in each card. They're a bit static because they are just new, and I have to squire them still with white sage. Now let's see how they go with this way. That's fine, so I'll just have to do it that way. Okay, I always clear my decks and welcome them into the house. Okay, I think it's really nice to show them off when you're doing lives because of the different colors, and they will stand out. They're really nice. Look, even now it's dusk, that's why the color has changed a bit. The color still stands out, and they're glossy. I can see my own reflection of the cards in the cards themselves. Look, you can see the shadow, just watch it there. You can, so that's how glossy they are. So, but the card quality is good, but it's sturdier than most cards. But I like the Ostara thickness better. Right, I'm just going to lay them out so that you can see them a little bit more, and I'll be sure you can. I'll do that on the front of the video, and then you can see that this is the Cook's Tarot. Okay, my darlings, hope you've enjoyed it, and if you're new, please subscribe and hit the bell on all. It's greatly appreciated as well if you would like the video. It does help the channel in many ways to get recognition among others. So I hope to see you either in the next video or in the live. Take care and stay safe. Thank you.